Hey, this is Parker. Happy New Year. We're going to take a look at the entire 2023 calendar year, tell you what took place in the Atlanta housing market last year. Then we're going to talk about what to expect for 2024. Let's get going. To start out, let's look at the median sales price in Atlanta. To get an accurate look at the market, we always compare year over year. That is, we compare what happened in December 23 with what happened in December 22. You obviously wouldn't want to compare a winter market with a spring market. So this is our chart of the Atlanta median sales price. And this final column shows the percentage change year over year. You can see how in the first half of 2023, the median sales price was actually flat or falling a bit. This is clearly due to a sharp reduction in demand caused by the aggressive interest rate hikes at the end of 22. So the first half of 2023 was really a great time to be shopping for a house. Demand had essentially been cut in half, so there was much less competition. And you can see that's why prices went down. Now, this was very unusual. Spring is ordinarily the peak of the Atlanta real estate market, and then it flattens off during the summer, and there's another smaller peak in the fall. So ordinarily prices would be moving up in this spring market, and instead they were trending down. Now look at the second half of the year. All of a sudden, these numbers turned positive and started trending up again. If you remember my video from last January, I talked about how after the interest rate hikes, we were going to have a long period of rebalancing. Basically, the dollars cost more, there were many fewer borrowers, inventory was uncertain, so there was going to be this long period where people were going to have to sort all this out and the market was going to have to come back into balance. Now, based on these numbers, it looks like it only took about 6 months. Home prices turned positive again in July. August and September were up 3% each compared to 2022. And then in the fall, October, November, and December were all up 5% year over year. So after a really slow start in the first half of 2023, we still managed an average increase of 1.5% per month in the median sales price. Now, as I've said many times, it's generally more helpful to look at the median sales price instead of the average. If you know the median sales price, you know half of the houses sell above that price and half the houses sell below that price. It gives you a much better perspective than the average. The problem with the average sales price is they're so easily skewed by the sale of luxury real estate. These are houses that cost multiple millions of dollars. And it's not uncommon in any given month to see a large number of houses changing hands that are worth 8 or 10 times more than the median sales price. Now, that being said, let's look at the averages. You can see that, like our median sales price, the first half of the year was a little flat, but it started picking up steam in the summer. Early fall was up over 5% per month, and by November and December, the average price was up 9% year over year. Let's compare the December average sales price with the median sales price. The median sales price was $375,000. The average was almost $460,000 or $85,000 higher. So that's why I prefer the median sales price. It's a much more reassuring number, especially if you're a first-time home buyer. Now, you may have heard that interest rates started falling towards the end of the year, so you might think that this late year surge in home prices had something to do with the falling interest rates, but that's not the case. The 30-year rate was about 6.5% at the beginning of 2023 and peaked at almost 8% in late October, then fell back to 6.5% by the end of the year. But this was far too late to have any impact on these sales prices. Some estimates are that these high interest rates took over half the buyers out of the market. So how can prices still be going up when interest rates are above 6% and buyer demand is half of what it was 2 years ago? The answer is on the supply side, and that is inventory. Inventory is, of course, the number of houses available for sale, and Atlanta's inventory pretty much crashed in 2023. Let me show you. This chart shows the new listings year over year in 2023 and the net change from the year before. Negative numbers are in red, and almost every single month is negative, some with 2,500 to 3,000 fewer new listings compared to the same month in 2022. The end result is an average of 1,500 fewer new listings per month for a total miss of over 17,000 homes. So we've seen that Atlanta home prices gain strength all year despite the high interest rates because inventory just can't keep up. It's basic economics. Supply is not meeting the demand, so prices go up. What should we expect for 2024? Well, I would not expect to see any significant decrease in Atlanta home prices. Demand is still outpacing supply by a pretty good margin. And now that interest rates have fallen again just a little bit, what's actually going to happen is that's going to drive demand even higher. And unless there's some huge turnaround in Atlanta's inventory situation, we can expect to see continued price increases. My guess is that inventory will start to loosen up just a little bit in 2024. I mean, life goes on, people get relocated, they want to retire, they want to downsize. There's been a lot of chaos in the market that I think has helped defer a lot of those decisions, but people have also had a lot of time to adjust to the new normal, to make their plans, maybe change their plans, change their expectations for their move. So I think inventory will hopefully loosen up in 2024, and I guess we'll just have to wait and see. So as always, if you're thinking of making the move to Atlanta or making an investment in Atlanta, please feel free to reach out to me. My contact information is in the box below. Love to talk to people, love to help. Give me a call. Thanks for watching.